Now you know why some of our old people didn't translate some of those stories. They tell it in Indian, but they didn't tell it or they'd have someone else translate it. And people would be just shocked. We even have a story about the race between the vagina and the penis. It's an epic story. With lots of ups and downs, turns, and getting stuck and everything, pulling it out and pulling it in. And, it's a really long story. I'll tell it to you sometime. Wait till it gets a little bit darker, though. It's not a typical story. Okay, here's this X-rated story. And this will be in my Nootka language, my mother's tongue, mother's language. My mother's people are in Vancouver Island in British Columbia. And the English there are more English than the English in England. And the native people even are more English than the English white man. Because we had to be assimilated. I was the last generation to go to, we call it in Canada, residential school. In United States they call it a boarding school, I guess. Institution or jail or whatever. And so, anyway, the Indian people, I just have to say this, I don't mean to make my story longer, but you know how us Indians are. Even when the Indian people are speaking their language, when they learn English, after going to you get a choice in British Columbia. You get to go to the Anglican, the Church of England residential school, or the Catholic residential schools. And so anyway, but they're very, very English. And this is the way I sounded when I came out of the school. The only English words I knew when I went to boarding school was Jesus Christ, goddamn fucking son of a bitch. That's the first English I ever learned. Me speak good English now. Me no cuss no more. But anyway, I shared the Catholic nun asked me to share what English I learned from my Yankee relatives, and she asked me if we were in the cathedral, and people were still, and you know how beautiful echoing in the. I'm sharing my first English words in the cathedral, and I was a devout Catholic, you know. I thought I was. I prayed. I was really. I didn't want to burn in hell, and I even hate to burn food. And so, oh my gosh, I was just terrified. And Sister Mary, we called her Sister Melly because we don't have no R sounds. And we're not even Japanese. And so, anyway, she lived among our people. She was English and she was from Oxford. And she lived in our village for 25 years. And this is the way she spoke our Nootka native language in her English Oxford accent. The Yankee, a cocklet to the United States, and a cocklet to the English. Oh, by the way, I heard you went to see your Yankee relatives. What did they teach you? Did they teach you the Yankee English lower form of working English? Indeed, I bet they did. And I didn't know what she was saying because I didn't know. I just understood the native language. The only English I knew was those cuss words. So she said in Indian. Jesus, Joseph, and Mary. Jesus, Joseph, and Mary. Share with us what first English words learned. And I began to share them. Jesus Christ, a goddamn fucking son of a bitch! Echoing through the cathedral. Oh, people, it was great silence. And then there's big laughter, rows of laughter. There's hundreds of children, they're all laughing. They all knew my language. Because the Catholic nun, who's English, she translated. She went and said what I said in English to the children. That was so what she was saying. And I was so shocked to see a Catholic nun, especially a Franciscan Catholic nun, cussing at the children in English, which she was translating. But anyway, this story. Don't get to say of the fluffy, white fluffy cat and the homely, lonely lady. And this is a story that we love, that